Hi everyone, Lindsay here, doing another Book Squad video. This time we're doing Out of Control and Loving It by Lisa Bevere. This is our third video, so it's the last week of the study. Let's just dive right in. We're on chapter 10 this week, which was called Fear, the Battle for Your Mind. Fear is a really big issue. I think everyone deals with it on some level. And in my mind, fear, mistrust, hatred, unbelief, they're all very closely connected. Generally, where you find one, you'll also find the others. But the same is also true of the opposite. The opposite of those are safety, trust, love, faith. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you which one of those we all need to be focusing on. I mean, we do not have a God of fear. We have a God of safety and trust and love. Chapter 11, Escaping Anger. I have to admit, I've had a lot of anger lately. Not like a generalized anger like what Bevere is talking about in the book. It's very specific, and it happens at a certain time of day, and it happens towards a certain person. Not my husband, although that would be less shameful. Actually, it happens towards Michael, our 1-year-old. Every night when I go to make dinner, he feels the need to lay down in front of the stove. On the floor, he grabs his blankie and a bottle and lays down on the floor in front of the stove. He does not want my attention the entire rest of the day, not until 5 o'clock when I start to make dinner. So while I would love to give you some advice on this one, I don't have any because I'm dealing with it right now. So pray for me and Michael. Chapter 12, Gossip, More Than Mere Words. Gossip is probably one of the more common sins. It's one that, for whatever reason, probably because it's so common, it's one that we find in churches a lot, and everyone's just kind of like, whatever, we'll let that slide. It's one that I think we have all probably engaged with at least once or twice in our lives. Some it can actually become a stronghold for. But I have a little tool that I use to try to keep myself from gossiping. And it's very simple. I just ask myself if I would be comfortable having the conversation that is currently going on in front of the person that we are talking about. If not, it's gossip. And we need to cut it out immediately. Chapter 13, Self-Denial or Self-Neglect. The key here is to understand which is which. Self-denial is denying the flesh to pursue God. Denying what our flesh wants in order to pursue what God wants, whether that's for us or for the world, pursuing what God wants. Self-neglect is denying ourselves something that we need, like self-care. So we all need to be very clear about which is which. If you get them confused, it won't be long before you're no good to the Lord or your loved ones. Burnout really is a thing, and burnout comes when you get the two confused. Chapter 14, Over Your Head and Out of Control. Have you ever found yourself in that situation where you're too bound to one person? It's super easy to do, but it's very, very unhealthy. And if we aren't careful, our husbands, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, kids, they can all become idols and bind us, keeping us from God and all of his freedom. Like the woman at the beginning, the daughter of Zion, bound by, whatever, but she was bound, and we can easily let our relationships bind us. If you're in that situation, I challenge you to pray for God to restore the relationship to health. Don't let the relationship hold you back from all God's riches. Okay, ladies, that's it. We are done with the book. It's also the end of the month, so that was perfect. I will be back with another book squad soon, sooner than later. We're actually moving here in a few weeks, so it probably won't be next month, but we will be back. Please join us, join the conversation, encouragesquad.com, and thank you so much for joining us for Book Squad Out of Control and Loving It by Lisa Bevere. Thanks. Bye-bye.